He thought about the factory he was made in. Oh, how he missed his peeps. He thought of the zombie whose holiday he was made for, and the thought of the golden bar of sunlight streaming through the window. He straightened his yellow bow tie and stretched his toes into the sun. He crept into the light 1 inch at a time, curling up inside the warmth. But within minutes, he felt something wrong. He opened his eyes. One eye was looking at the roof of the car, the other was drifting near his foot. He was melted. He tried to stand, but his legs squished into a pool. He tried to crawl, but his front paws only smeared away. He spotted his bow tie swimming in his ears, the flash of yellow swirling by, and then his eyes disintegrated. When they found him that afternoon, he was nothing but a puddle of rabbit stew.
Keep it going for Frankie Jackson! To the right! So we're probably going to go like a double rounder or something with just awesome regular old poetry after this, because our next poet to the mic, well, there's one more signed up who is not here yet, and then me. So get out your other poems as well, because we're probably going to do that too. So, our next poet to the mic, her name is Brittany Stevenson. She said she brought someone else's poem because she's a slacker, but she's going to share it with us anyway. I need you guys to give it up right now for Brittany to the mic!
Hello. I brought you another Sylvia Plath poem, which I think fits under the fertility category. It's about her son, so. I am a miner. The light burns blue. Waxy stalagmites drip and thicken, tears. The earthen womb exudes from its dead boredom. Black bat airs wrap me, raggy shawls, cold homicides. They web to me like plants. Old cave of glacier. Old cave of calcium icicles, old echoer. Even the newts are white, those holy joes, and the fish. Christ, they are panes of ice of knives, a piranha religion, drinking its first communion out of my live toes. The candle gulps and recovers its small altitude. Its yellows harden. Oh, love, how did you get here? Oh, embryo. Remembering even in sleep your crossed position. The blood blooms clean in you, Ruby. The pain you wake to is not yours. Love, love, I have hung our cave with roses, with soft rugs, the last of Victoriana. Let the stars plummet to their dark address. Let the mercuric atoms that cripple drip into the terrible well. You are the one solid the spaces lean on, envious. You are the baby in the barn.
Keep it going for Brittany and Sylvia Plath! Alright, so our next poet, his name is Tara, but she's not here yet. So I'm going to read you one that I wrote. I haven't edited it yet, it's kind of long, but I hope you enjoy it. Hang on. Okay. This is like the best Jesus poem category, except for it's not about Jesus. But, okay. This is about a cool morning that I had. So, here it goes. To help him stay awake through the long dark night driving through the arid landscape of South Dakota, we started swapping our experiences of God. He told me of a time he was walking through the woods and Mother Nature spoke to him, and I told him of a time the sky opened to another dimension, and on we chattered back and forth of experience and beauty and awe and grace. And this must have pleased our mother, because she greeted us with the most unbelievable morning. All around us, as far as the eye could see, stretched an expanse of rolling whiteness, and just above the horizon line of snow-covered earth was an opaque white cloud layer, so that the earth blended with the sky as one landscape. It was sunrise, so a pastel pink and violet, blue and yellow, faint rainbow stretched above the layer of cloud, and there was one lone star that hadn't made its way to bed yet, dotted above the horizon like a supermodel beauty mark dotted upper lip. Dead ahead of us, The sun had created a pillar of light. I'd never seen anything like it, and on either side of this pillar were 2 pillar rainbows, like 3 brushstrokes straight into the air. And as we drove, the rainbows came closer and closer and closer to us until they were a stone's throw away. I've never been so close to the bottom of a rainbow. And then they met with a kiss, smack, directly on our car before reappearing and taking their places next to the pillar of light. And as we drove, snow danced across the road, an overlapping conductor's directed symphony of waves of white dust, and there were ice crystals flying through the air around us, glistening in the morning sunlight like stars in a galaxy, and flocks of birds sat all over the road, and as we came, flew up in great black waves all around us, and dotted along this expansive white landscape lay the lone tree, or the one solitary barn, silo, and farmhouse we drove by, all as the birds were flying into the sky in great flocks, and the ice crystals were glistening, flying through the sky around us, and the white dust was feather dancing in waves across the road, and the pastel sunrise rainbowed the sky above the cloud layer that turned the sky and the earth into one landscape, dotted with solitary beauty, and the pillar of light shone bright, surrounded with 2 pillar rainbows, and the one star dotted her perfect smiling face. And you try to tell me that there is no God, that this was a coincidence, morning beyond perfection, that leapt into a storybook, inconceivable creation, was not our mother greeting us after we shared our stories of her. And I tell you, I am not the crazy one believing in fairy tale universes, and I tell you that she is everywhere, offering you her beauty, only waiting that you might look to notice. Thank you. That'd be the God poem category. All right, so our next poet is not here yet. Does anyone have a good sex poem they'd like to throw in the fertility category? Anyone? You got a good one? I got one. I'm gonna share. You got one? You gonna read?
It's not really a sex poem.
Well, that's okay. You can throw up whatever you want. I'm trying to gather the rest for the categories, and other than that, we're just gonna start sharing poetry. So, what's your name?
My name is Chris.
Chris. Everyone needs to give it up for Chris.
Yes, Okay, this is called Starry, Starry Night. This night beneath the galaxies has left me drunk and reeling, unable to contain themselves. The stars wiggled and jiggled till my body begged to feel them deep inside me. Far away, 3 moons waited on Jupiter, their faces reddened by his majesty. Here, I watched the black sky eat our moon exquisitely. This is a spinning, falling, tumbling universe fueled by longing, rolling giddily towards the wild, wet, trembling future that is already here, present, breathing inside us.
God category, or both. Got it. Woo! I liked it. Chris, so please come back because I'm really happy to have you, and thank you for sharing at our open mic. All right, so we've got other poets in the room. Do we have any other poets with possible competing poems? I'm gonna throw up a sex poem right quick, and then if no one else has a competitive, for one of the category type poem, then we'll just start reading poetry. Or maybe we'll take a pause, have an Easter egg time, throw in our votes, count the votes. Yeah, a pause. Have an Easter egg time.
Make Mark do the chicken dance.
We'll make Mark do the chicken dance as a fertility ritual. Only those. So I think that's what we'll do. I'm gonna spit one more poem that fits possibly into the categories. Then we're gonna pause. We're gonna have an Easter egg time. It's gonna be awesome. We're gonna tally our votes for the categories, give out some prizes, and then we're gonna finish the rest size, shape, and topic. Okay, so let me grab it. Hang on a second. Okay. I think this is a good in the fertility category. And again, any of the 3 categories, you can also vote them into the best overall Easter poem if you like them or whatever. Okay, so this one's called The Invitation. If you come here a lot, you might have heard it before, but I like it and I figure it's appropriate. My skin's only desire is to fulfill itself. Each pore a tiny shimmering supernova, detonated synapses, quiet tripwire torpedoes, and you are a flea jump tickle, a needle prick storm of gentle lightning, an oozing ripeness I catch mid-raindrop on my bed sheets sewn of taste buds. I can feel your short circuit 1,200 miles away. Static cling slow burns me to a rare steak. I like to watch the blood spill beneath my hunger. Your faint vibration cracks my atmosphere like a satellite thrown off orbit. I'm flaming fluorescent, crashing into your earth. Blow me like a wish on the wind of my goosebumped valley. Enter me like heaven, like a throat inhales the air wafting from mama's kitchen. Swallow my innocence. There's a welcome sign in my nucleus. Bed yourself in my magma, leave your metal in my microwave. Breathe me volatile, entreat me raw. Expose your pink petition like a toxic dog. Engorge with Gnostic spirits. Avert me like a pile of writhing maggots, so I can't shake you. Grab me needy like a leper colony. I promise your memory will burn itself into my rod, so everything I see will be through the shadow of you. Stretch me like a canvas, that my skin may melt like plastic. Give me this one satisfaction. David Blackwell is in the house. Do you have an Easter themed poem you want to share with us? Because we're about to cut off the Easter themed poems. She's on her way? Do you have an Easter themed poem? It can fit in the spiritual God Jesus category. It can fit in the fertility, which is also springtime, growing things, sexy sex, and all kinds of other things, as well as the rabbit stew. Do you have an I hate bunnies poem? Huh?
If only we had Bill in his bits cups.
Yeah. Do you have an Easter themed poem, David?
No, I can always do the try to keep running that one.
There you go. That's it. That's the one. All right. I'm gonna grab. Hang on 1 second. Pause.
Pause.
David Blackwell is a visual stylist, a creative mad genius, super genius, part writer, part photographer, part creative mad scientist.
There we go.
David Blackwell, to the mic!
Do you need bunny ears, sir?
No.
Are you sure that's you guys? Frankie's not ready for big ones. Frankie, put him in the
I wasn't going to give up mine, I was just asking.
Really don't need Easter bunny ears.
Yeah, Dane is going to be really disappointed if you don't come up with those.
But yes, I was, this thing just,
Exactly. Twist it a little bit more. Twist a little further. Just enough. There you go.
and of course, thing of once. Okay, this is a kill.
I got it. Hold on. You got it?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Extension. Can't unplug.
technical error. Is that what it sounds like? I was telling my people that are loud.
Is that tall enough?
Set.
Well, as long as it doesn't hit me in the head.
Give it up there, and then you can always tilt it to.
And yes, I'll start with the literal meaning of a rabbit stew poem.
All right, give it to us, David.
Add carrots, potatoes, put in some seasoning, salt, cut up and add the main ingredient, a rabbit. And you could always just cook the rabbit and put the rabbit in as a roast. Just please don't tell the kids it's the Easter Bunny. Just tell them it's Bugs Bunny or the Cadbury Bunny.
No.
And then for dessert, have a chocolate bunny or just some ice cream and pie.
David.
And yes, I'll go over this one about the tragic bunny, Easter bunny ballad. You know, that poor Easter bunny is going to suffer yet again.
Oh no.
Delivering chocolates and Easter eggs, he didn't complain. He had one day to do it, he didn't complain, no matter how much he got chased by cats and dogs, laughed at by squirrels, taunted by wolverines, wanting to be caught by kids. But this was the day the Easter Bunny died. He didn't scream, he just held his head high and went out without shame. This is the day the Easter Bunny died. He faded away with the other holiday heroes, kept alive by the young, only to die again when they grow up and forget him. This is the day the Easter Bunny died yet again.
David.